Hello students, so we have started with module 5. In the previous class we have discussed the concept of 3R, that is reduce, recycle and reuse. Okay, so today we will start with energy recovery techniques from solid waste management. So material and energy recovery operations we will discuss. So once the solid waste has been converted to thermal energy in the form of steam by combustion, or to the chemical energy in the form of gas or liquid by pyrolysis or either gasification. So by doing so, it can be converted to either a mechanical or the electrical energy. So here the steam, steam can be used directly for your industrial purposes, or building heating steam can also be used to produce the mechanical or even the electrical energy with a steam turbine. Then gas and liquid, that is one more product. So gas and liquid which are produced from the solid waste by both the thermal and the biological processes, that can be used to fuel boiler to produce the steam. So the gases and liquids can also be used directly to the fuel reciprocating engines and gas turbines. So the purpose of this section is threefold. Okay, so before going to the threefold purpose, so I hope you have understood what is the role of the steam and gas liquids, which are the products which are formed by either of the conversion of energy, that is thermal energy, from the gases or liquids by pyrolysis or gasification. So if you adopt these techniques, it can be converted into either mechanical or electrical energy. So the steam which is generated, that is if you take example of a incineration plant. So in incineration plant we burn the solid waste, right? Then after burning the heat is produced, right? That heat which is formed after burning of the waste can be used to boil the water, okay, in a boiler, and that boiled water, okay, which produces the steam. So this steam will be very a powerful source of generating energy. So this steam can be used, okay, directly for the industrial purpose, or you can either build heating steam that can be used to produce the mechanical or even the electrical energy with the steam turbine. And the second is gases and liquids. So gases and liquids are also produced, like we have seen in landfills and all, right? Or even so the gases gases and liquids which are produced even in the composting, right? So that is again a biological way of managing the waste. So the gases and liquids which are produced by any of the method, they from the solid waste by both the thermal and the biological process, that can be used as a fuel for boilers to produce the steam. So the gases and liquids that can also be used directly as a fuel reciprocating engines and gas turbines. So this is how the steam and gas liquids which are formed, they can be used. Then what is the purpose of this material and energy recovery operations? So the purpose of this section is threefold. So there are three purposes. First one, to present the basic flow diagrams available for accomplishing these conversions. So whatever conversion of the energy taking place from mechanical or the steam energy or electrical energy, so that it presents the basic flow diagrams available for accomplishing these conversions. Then the next purpose is to present the data on efficiency of the components used in various conversion flow diagrams. So whatever the data, okay, we can present it on the efficiency of the components which are used in various conversion flow diagrams. Then the third purpose is to illustrate the use of efficiency data in computing the energy output. Then we'll begin with the energy recovery system with the steam turbine generator, that is the energy recovery flow diagrams. So we will begin with the flow diagrams. So in the diagram you can see how the flow of energy recovery system is represented here in the flow diagram. So the principal components which are used for energy recovery are boilers for steam production, then steam turbine, gas turbines and reciprocating engines as the prime movers for the mechanical energy into electricity. So the first diagram here is the steam from shredded and classified solid waste or the solid fuel pellets fired directly in the boiler, or from the solid waste mass fired in the water walled boiler. So with the mass fired unit, auxiliary fuel may be required. So in this first one is your steam turbine system. So here the diagram is shown of steam turbine system. So this is the most common energy recovery system for the production of electricity. So that is using the steam turbine system. So the using this, the steam is produced in a boiler by burning the municipal solid waste or refused derived fuel, that is nothing but the RDF. So this refused derived fuel may be gaseous or liquid conversion products that can also be used. So the steam is used to drive a steam turbine and then condensed back into the boiler feed water. So the steam turbine drives an electrical generator, so that supplies the on-site power and excess power for export. So the system is essentially a scaled down version of a coal or a gas fired electrical utility plant. So this is how we can achieve the energy recovery by using the steam turbines. So here options are given: low BTU gas from recovery process. The first option we have discussed. Then second option is low BTU gas from the recovery process. Then third option is low BTU gas methaneated to pipeline quality. Then the fourth option is oil from recovery process. So either of these options can be used, and then it is sent to boiler. Okay, so here either of the option can be used. So here BTU stands for your British Thermal Unit, that is a traditional unit of heat. So then the air is sent, then the boilers are used to boil the water. Then after boiling water, whatever steam is generated, you can see here in the figure. So whatever steam is produced in the boiler, okay, so that steam is used to run the steam turbines here, okay. So these turbines will run because of the force of the steam. Then this will be sent to the generators. So here the generator will convert the energy into electricity. So this is the first option, that is and finally the electricity is produced. So this is the first option, that is the energy recovery system option with the steam turbine generator. So here steam turbine is used and a generator is used. So this is the first type of energy recovery system. Then next is the energy recovery system with gas compressor, gas turbine and generator. So this is the second way of energy recovery system, that is the option with the gas compressor, gas turbine and the generator. So here also the low BTU gas from the recovery process is used. Then this gas is sent to the gas compressor. So here the the low BTU gas from the recovery process is sent to the gas compressor. Then this gas compressor compresses the gas, and that compressed gas will go to the combustion chamber, okay. Then here it will go to after combustion chamber, it will go to turbine, and these gas turbines will again send the gas to the turbine compressor, and again it will go to combustion chamber, and finally the electricity is produced, okay, that is with the help of generator, okay. And the exhaust, whatever excess gas is produced, that is exhausted. Then ambient air, that is excess air, is supplied, the pure air is supplied to the turbine compressor here from this end. So this is the energy recovery system, that is B, that is option with the gas compressor, gas turbine and the generator. So gas turbine generator, the gas turbine require the gaseous or the liquid fuels. So these fuels can be supplied by biological processes such as landfill gas, or the anaerobic digestion of municipal solid waste, or by the pyrolysis or gasification. Whatever gases are produced, those gases are used here, okay. That is the low BTU gas from the recovery process. So the recovery may be either from landfill, pyrolysis, gasification or anaerobic digestion. So as shown in the figure, a gas turbine is similar to a jet engine, that it consists of a compressor section to increase the density of the gas or the air mixture. A combustor is used, okay, and the turbine section to convert the hot combustion gases to mechanical energy. So these hot combustion gases, they are converted into the mechanical energy, and an electrical generator, here electrical generator is used, or that is connected directly to the output shaft of the gas turbine. So the gas turbines are efficient and compact, and they are widely used in landfill gas system. So this is how this system works, that is energy recovery system, that has an option with a gas compressor and gas turbine generator. Then the next flow chart here is shown of the flow sheet for the recovery of the ferrous material and the energy from solid waste. So here we can achieve the recovery from the ferrous material, recovery of the ferrous material and energy from the solid waste. So here the solid waste which is formed, that is received by a receiving station. Then the first stage shredders are used. Okay. Then after shredding, here the first stage shredder, what is done here is shredding of the waste, that is the breaking of the waste into smaller particles, that is achieved. Then it is dried with the help of a dryer, and the moisture is removed here. Okay, here the moisture is removed. Yes, so here the moisture is removed and the burners are used here. So this, after drying, it is sent to air classifiers. So air classifiers will are used for after drying of the waste. Then the second stage shredders are used. Here again the particles are made still finer, and they are sent to a storage unit, and from that storage unit it is sent to boilers, and here in the boiler whatever gases are formed, they are removed from the stack. Okay, and the whatever energy is produced here in the boiler, that is used to run the turbines here, and that turbines will run, and with the help of a generator you can export the kilowatts, that is energy. Then after, here one more step, after drying, after using the air classifiers, whatever heavy fractions are present, they are separated here. Those are nothing but the ferrous metal recovery. So they are sent here for the ferrous metal recovery. So the ferrous metals are removed from here, and even the other inerts are removed from the in this step. So this is how the flow sheet for recovery of ferrous material and energy from the solid waste is achieved. So this is the flow chart for the ferrous material and energy from the solid waste. Then there is one more flow chart or flow sheet for the recovery of ferrous material and digester gas from the solid waste. So here the gas is used, digester gas from the solid waste. So here it the flow chart goes like this. So the whatever municipal solid waste which is collected, that is sent to shredders. So here the shredding takes place, that is breaking of the waste. Then the magnetic separators are used here. So here magnetic separators are used to remove the or to separate the ferrous materials. So the ferrous materials are separated out in this step, and further it is sent to air classifiers. So here in air classifiers, heavy fractions are being collected and lighter are removed. So light fractions, they are sent further to other energy conversion units, and heavy fractions are removed at this stage of air classifiers, and lighter fractions are separated, lighter and heavy. So light fractions are sent further to other energy conversion units. So here the gas separators are used. So the gases may be methane or CO2, they are coming out. Okay, so here the gas digester is used. You can see here there is a gas digester which is operating at a 60-degree temperature, 60 degrees Celsius, and there is a pump, and whatever slurry is formed in the digester, that is removed by vacuum filters, and the solids to the landfill. So the after removing or after filtering, the solids which are formed, they are sent to the landfills. And here liquid air separators are also used, so that the whatever liquid is formed, that can be allowed to evaporate and sent it to atmosphere. So these liquid air separators, after filtering, okay, they can be again sent to the blending and mixing tank, or the chemicals or the waste sludge, that is feed from this end to the blending and mixing tank. So that's so this is again you can send it to the digester for digestion, and whatever gases are formed in the digester plant, those are removed, or with the help of a gas separator. The methane and CO2 gases are usually formed in a digester, so those gases are removed from the top of the digester. So this is how the flow sheet of the recovery of ferrous metal material and the digester gas from the solid waste.